Joe. I'm glad I found you here. You did say it was one of your favorite places to study. We've got to straighten out this misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
Last night, you really got the wrong impression.
Look, I'm not an idiot, okay? There's no other explanation. David was at your place last night. There is something going on between you two.
Yes, there is. And it's time you found out the truth about my relationship with David Vickers.
Tina. Tina, come on, please, open the door. Tina, I swear I'm not your... I swear I'm not your brother. Tina, are you all right? Tina, you're making me nervous. Open your eyes.
David.
Yeah? It's okay, I'm here. Come on, please, open your eyes.
I don't know what you hope to accomplish here.
I have a pretty clear idea.
You shouldn't be here. It's inappropriate. Beverly and I are leaving. We're going first to be married and then leaving for our honeymoon.
No, that's not where you're going. You're not going to marry Beverly because you don't love Beverly.
Why can't you just accept things as they've happened? I know it's not what you hoped for. It's certainly not what either one of us expected.
Sloan, I know the truth. I know why you broke off our engagement.
Please, Vicky, don't make this any more difficult.
You're out of remission. Your cancer is back. I am right, aren't I?
Oh my God, this is real. What are you doing?
God.
What do you think you're doing?
Look, I am not the one.
How dare you come in here and... How could you stoop so low? You try to come in and seduce me while I'm dreaming.
What?
I don't know, but I think that's illegal.
Look, Tina, you had your eyes wide open, and you're the one who started it.
Yeah, you're right. You're really a pervert, you know that? What kind of sicko comes in here and... Don't answer that. The same kind of sicko who wants to sleep with his sister. Just get out.
Look, I am not a pervert, and I'm not a sicko, and I don't want to sleep with my sister because, Tina, you're not my sister.
Keep your voice down.
Tina, I came over here to convince you of the truth, okay? That no matter what you believe, I am not your brother. When you didn't answer the door, I got worried. I came in here, I saw that you were flipping and shaking around, and I got worried, so I just want to make sure that you were okay. And that's when you kissed me.
Well, I was having a great dream where you and I weren't really brother and sister.
Tina, you and I aren't really brother and sister.
Oh, never mind. There's no point in talking to you. You're just gonna try to talk me into sleeping with you again. Because you are a sicko. So I'm not listening to you, so you might as well forget it.
Okay. Move over.
What's that?
Proof.
Forget it.
Look, if you don't want to listen to what I have to say, that's fine. I understand.
Good, then you can go now.
But you're going to look at a few things. They're going to clear up who I really am.
David Vickers being at my house last night had nothing to do with a romantic relationship between us. In fact, I don't even think you could call us friends anymore.
Oh, a little quarrel?
Yes, about you.
Me?
Your Uncle David has grown very fond of his nephew Joey, and he thinks that I have become, well, frankly, a bad influence on you. You find that amusing? I was offended.
I'm a little offended myself. How old do I have to be before people stop treating me like a kid?
He must think that he's just watching out for your best interests.
How do you get so bent out of shape about this whole thing in the first place?
How? You. Didn't the two of you have a little talk earlier that night, yeah?
Yeah, but
Yes,
that
and
doesn't...
you told him that we had become close friends. Well, that was enough to compel David to come running over to my house in the middle of the night to tell me, in no uncertain terms, that I was to stay away from you.
You're kidding.
He was quite emphatic. And that was the only reason, I repeat, the only reason why he was at my house last night. You do believe me, don't you?
I don't know, Dorian. He thought enough about you to get you off of death row. Why would he be bothered by our friendship?
I know. I think his attitude is ridiculous, too. However, when you consider how close he's gotten to your mother, it's not so surprising. He's just backing up his big sister, supporting her notion that she has the right to decide who your friends are going to be.
Well, she doesn't.
Well, I didn't come here to badmouth your family. Vicky certainly has a right to be concerned about her younger son, and David has a right to back her up.
Okay, you don't have to keep explaining it.
Maybe I do. Do you know why I'm here now? Because, Joe, I did not get a wink of sleep last night, not one moment's rest. I was so upset and worried that I had lost your respect, your friendship. Your friendship is very important to me. I haven't lost it, have I?
Well, I guess I did overreact a little last night, huh? No, Dorian, I don't want to lose what we have either. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. But
What?
there is one little favor that I'd like to ask you.
I don't know what you think you've discovered, but Beverly is going to be here soon, and I don't want a scene.
I know the truth, Sloan. I know you're out of remission. I know, everything. And I know that you didn't want to subject me to this, and that's why you broke off our marriage.
I don't want to be rude, but I really have to go.
Where are you going with the suitcases? It's not to marry Beverly.
It saddens me that you have to delude yourself about this whole thing.
Sloan, I know. Clint told me.
What does Clint know about my medical condition? And what right does he have to butt in? He's not my doctor, for God's sake. He doesn't know anything about me.
He knows because you told him. And I called Larry when I was driving down here, and he didn't say a single word, which just confirmed what Clint told me. You're not going to leave without your medications, are you?
They're empty.
But a lot of pills. And how many rounds of chemotherapy have you been through already? Darling, I'm not trying to be especially difficult, but I do need to hear the truth from you. I know it's hard, but please, please tell me the truth.
All right. The truth.
dying and I'm scared.
No, it wasn't that bad, but I still miss Wanda's breakfast. I mean, do you realize that the first meal I ever had in Landview was at Wanda's?
Well, I just wish we had another place like Wanda's so we could take our friends and family there, you know, just to hang out.
Well, meanwhile, this was a pretty good deal. I mean, we all get to go out together, and then you bring me back here to my work. Oh, I could get used to this.
It was a good deal, huh?
So, when are you going to give us a sneak preview of your speech?
Oh, no. Look, no way am I giving you a sneak preview of this. What? It loses its snap if you do it out loud before you do it. Got it?
Not at all.
You can over-rehearse, and then it's flat.
Hank, I'm not even going to be there. So just give me a little sample. You don't even have to use any inflection. I mean, you could just talk like a robot.
Now, you see, that's exactly what I'm afraid of, so I'm not giving you a sneak preview. Forget... Hey! Wait, give that back.
Okay, Sheila, okay, no!
Thank you.
Well, it is nice to know that your days as a Midwestern youth football legend didn't go wasted. I mean, Hank, the cannon gunner can still cause as many turnovers as Deion Sanders. Well, maybe not quite as many, but...
Oh, now, see, that's cold. Now, come on, you give a guy a great compliment like that, then you just take it right back. That is cold.
Okay, let me warm you up then.
Yeah, right. Get away. What are you trying to do, pick my other pocket?
Hey, now who's cold?
Oh, I'm just going to go. I mean, this is getting too much for me. I'm just going to go wait for you in the car.
Okay, sweetheart, I won't be long.
Sheila, we'll get him next time.
Hey, you can bet on it.
Yeah, right. So, what are you smiling about?
Oh, I just love being with your family, you know, being part of your family. Most of it, anyway. I have to admit, I am so glad that the topic of your brother did not come up once over breakfast.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
Now, what was that for?
For being you. My lover, my fiance, and my district attorney, that's what.
Yeah, well, you better enjoy the district attorney part while you can.
Hey, that speech is going to ensure your re-election. You mark my words. Isn't it nice to know that after all the trouble with RJ, things are finally getting back to normal? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. All-State National Hero. Starting today, your life's gonna be coming apart. We'll do it one little piece at a time, so maybe you won't even notice, but you're going down. Dr. Price, come on in.
Yeah, well, you could save that polite crap for somebody who's gonna believe it.
I believe I'll do that. What do you want?
Heard you got busted for loan sharking.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Well, mostly it just confirms everything I knew about you all along. That you're a liar and a thief.
Well, you didn't do all your homework, Junior. That's only half the story. See, Hank dropped all the charges. It was all just a misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't care what you think. Now, I know you didn't come here for business, Doogie. So why don't we cut to the chase and you tell me what you want with me?
What I want is simple. Stay away from Rachel. Stay away from my sister. If you mess with either one of them, you won't just have to answer to Big Brother Hank. You're gonna have to answer to me.
Ooh, you're so bad.
Look, I'm not playing with you, man. You understand me?
I'm not deaf. boy. I understand you just fine. But you're gonna have to learn to live with the fact that I won't be taking your advice. Especially when it comes to Sheila. Because she's dead center in my plans. Dead center.
Guard killed November 12th. 19...
No. Here. Here. See? Davy Vickers.
Still doesn't mean you're not my brother.
No, wait, hold on.
You had to grow up as somebody.
That's right, David Vickers, the son of John and Marie Vickers.
That still doesn't mean you're not my brother. What's this?
My birth certificate. Note the part where it clearly indicates that my parents were John and Marie, which they were, which means that I'm not your brother.
David, you were adopted. We all know that. And this piece of paper document could be forged very easily. I know that. Believe me, I forged a few myself. So some nice little impressive, nicely aged piece of paper cannot convince me. As a matter of fact, nothing you can say will convince me. So there's no proof you can show me. The fact of life is, we're full-blooded brother and sister.
Tina, you are so... Oh, that's it. I can prove it. And you're gonna believe this.
What are you doing?
Come on.
What? Where are we going?
Get dressed. We're going to Philadelphia.
What?
Just hurry up. Get dressed.
David, no,
Let's go.
No, we can't.
Come on.
Go.
Certain things do get better with age.
Whew. So then, how about a toast?
By all means. To what?
Let's drink to your new house.
No. Mm-mm. I want to drink to something infinitely better. To us. Joe and Dorian. Two unlikely people who have become very, very good friends. I care too much about our friendship to have it end so abruptly. I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again.
Is that all I am to you, is just a friend?
That is what we both said, isn't it? That we were friends, close, very close friends.
Yeah, but is that all we can ever be?
What, Joe? Whatever do you mean? Una piccola colazione per due. Berries, croissant, and fresh squeezed orange juice made by my very own two hands. Oh, would you like me to make us some coffee?
No, thanks. You said you wanted to ask a favor.
Why, this is it.
Me coming over for breakfast.
Yes, please sit. I just couldn't imagine setting our friendship back on its proper track with just a handshake in the library.
You didn't have to do this.
Believe me, knowing that you're going to stay in my life is cause for celebration. So, why don't we drink to that, shall we? To our friendship.
I can't do that.
Why have I not?
Because what I feel for you is not friendship. Not by a long shot.
It was made clear to me that I wasn't going to win this time. I wasn't going to recover from this thing. Vicky, I watched Rebecca die. She was my wife for 30 years. I loved her deeply. Watching her deteriorate was the most painful thing I've ever been through. You and I didn't have 30 years. We've had only 3. I couldn't bear to put you through that.
And you really thought it was better to make me believe that you'd fallen in love with Beverly?
Now, she didn't want to go along with that. She said it was a terrible thing to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
I know I hurt you with that lie. You probably hate me for it. I really thought it was for the best. I know you can't forgive, you can't forget, but try to remember, no matter how misguided it was, I lied to spare you pain.
Well, I'm furious with you for that. But that's not at all important now. Although I never hated you. No matter how I felt, I never hated you. I couldn't. I love you too much. I love you so much, and I always will. Well, thank God the truth is out now, and we can go on together.
Not together.
What are you talking about?
You may know the facts, but it doesn't change the situation. I can't marry you. I still have to go away for good.
Now at Sears Port.
What is it with you? I mean, what is it, your military training that no one can see you out of control?
Try to understand. It's just that I want...
I know what you want. You want to go off like some animal into the woods and die alone. I'm not going to let you do that.
I can't bear the thought of you watching me suffer.
I'm sorry, but this is no longer only about what you want. This is now also about what I want. And what I want is to be with you because you are the man that I love.
I'm not that man, not anymore.
Oh, sometimes you are so foolish. I want to be with you for however much time remains for us. Whether it's years or months or whatever, I don't care. Time with you is worth the whole world to me. We have already lost far too much time because of your silly ideas of propriety and consideration. I won't let us lose any more.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And if you want to run away again, you go ahead. I will find you again, and I will be with you. Whether you want me to be or not, whether we get married or not, I will be with you from now on. That is all there is to say.
Joe, I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I think you do.
Well, why don't you tell me?
Okay. Last night I asked you if that was all I could ever be to you, a friend. And then
You kissed me.
Yeah. And then Uncle David started pounding on the door, so you never got a chance to answer.
No, I don't suppose I did I?
So that's why I have to know now. Because
You what, Joe?
I feel a whole lot more for you than just friendship. You're driving me crazy, Dorian. You know, you're all I ever think about anymore. I mean, I'm sitting there at poli-sci, and I'm thinking about you. I'm listening to Cord and Kim talk about all the latest gossip of the preschool, and I'm thinking about you. I'm watching TV, and Dorian, you've taught me so much. I know this sounds stupid, but you've just opened up all these new doors for me. I can't even remember what my life was like before. That's not what I mean exactly. I mean, I've known you my entire... I've never really gotten to know you. Not the way I know you now.
I know that the time that we've spent together has been very special to me.
And that's why I was so hurt when David came over. I mean, I guess I was... I mean, I know I was jealous.
Jealous.
Dorian, I don't want you to be with any other man. Except me.
There you are. You got a call on line 2.
Oh, who is it?
Well, he wouldn't say, just that it was urgent.
Thanks, Don. Yeah. Sheila Price.
You're the price that's right for me.
What do you want, RJ?
Oh, I'm flattered. You know my voice.
Don't be.
Well, I haven't seen much of you lately. I miss our little talks. You remember when I was just Jimmy?
Look, you said this was an urgent call. If it's not, I've got things I need to do.
And people to see. Yeah, I know.
Well, then you should also know that I don't have time for whatever this game is supposed to be. So I've got to go.
Have you gotten any interesting mail lately?
You sent this article to me? What for?
Why do you think I sent it to you?
Look, don't try to run any games on me, RJ.
I'm just asking your opinion.
Could you just tell me, and let's just get this over with?
Oh, now that's no fun.
Okay, it probably has to do with Hank or Nora.
And why would you think that?
Because they both went to Midwestern U in '72.
Very good reasoning.
What would the shooting of this guard have to do with them?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you. Did Hank know the man who was shot or one of the students who was arrested?
Well, you certainly have an awful lot of questions.
You got any answers? Because like I said, I'm busy.
I might. If you can find time in your busy schedule to come by my hotel room.
For what?
I like to talk about things like this in private.
Look, you can save us both a lot of time if you just tell me right now. I mean, obviously you want me to know, otherwise you wouldn't have sent me this article.
Well, come by and we'll talk.
RJ, I'm...
And don't go to Hank if you're thinking about asking about this. Just don't.
Why shouldn't I?
Well, don't. Or you'll be sorrier than I can tell you. Look, just come by here, talk to me first, and then if you still want to show it to Hank, that's fine. So come on by, baby. We'll talk.
Great speech, Dad.
Yeah, I'm glad I got there on time. Yeah, well, I'm glad my daughter saw fit to invite you. Ah, yes. Hey, that was one tough stand you took against crime. And you really think that's what the people want to hear? Yeah, well, you know, I said that because it's what I believe, not because that's what I think the people want to hear.
Not telling the voters what they want to hear. What kind of political subversive are you? Oh, lighten up. Ha, ha, ha. Joe?
Look, I'm sorry, all right? Look, I just don't like campaigning. I don't like feeling like I can't say what's in my heart and what's on my mind.
Well, you spoke in there, right? And the crowd loved it. So maybe campaigning's not so bad, huh?
Yeah, right.
Look, I am chilly. Anyone else want some hot coffee?
Yeah, great, thanks. Cream and sugar.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be right back.
Hey, need to ask. Look, there's something bothering me. Something I don't get.
Yeah?
Now, if you feel so strongly about punishing criminals,
Yeah.
how come you dropped the charges against RJ? I mean, you gotta know how it looks.
No, Ben. How does it look? You tell me.
It looks like loan sharking isn't a crime if you're the DA's brother.
Look, what are you questioning here?
No, I'm just trying to understand.
If you would just stop and think for a second instead of being a hothead, you would know that I can't discuss the particulars of a case any more than you can, Doctor.
Right. Sorry. Hank, I didn't mean to insinuate that you might show any bias or favoritism toward your own family. Sure, you had valid reasons for doing what you did.
Yeah, well, thanks for your vote of confidence.
Look, it's no offense, Hank, but...
Yeah, well, too late. Go on, Ben.
The truth is, I don't like your brother. Not at all. That's why I paid him a visit earlier.
You what?
I went to see him.
Wait a minute. Just so I can have this straight. You don't like RJ, so you paid him a visit? Are you gonna tell me just what you had in mind?
Yeah. I told him to stay away from your daughter and my sister.
Yeah, well, you stay away from my brother, too. We'd all better stay away from RJ.
Remember what Grandmama used to say? She used to say, God don't like ugly, Randall James, so don't go doing nothing God gonna think ugly. Bet she never said that to you, big brother. You thought this was all over a long time ago. But what goes around comes around, Hank. And the wheel's still spinning. And your troubles? Well, they're just beginning. I'll see to that. 'Cause I'm the one spinning this wheel.
Total waste of time, Dave. And don't think I'm going to be impressed by all of this cloak and dagger stuff.
What is so cloak and dagger about me coming to this clinic to have a simple blood test?
Us sneaking off to some out-of-the-way little tiny clinic in Philadelphia. This is just some fancy way for you to snow me again. Total waste of time.
You're wrong, as usual. Now, remember what I told you on the way down here. Your blood type is O negative.
David, I know my blood type.
And you know for a fact that both Irene Clayton and Victor Lord were both O negative.
Yes, yes. So? Where did you get that?
I borrowed it from someone's desk.
You stole it.
I borrowed it. I'm going to give it back as soon as you read this. Go on. It says that two parents who are O negative cannot, no way, no how, have a child whose blood type is AB positive. You said you wanted proof.
No, I told you there was no proof in the whole world that I would believe. That's what I said.
Well, you were wrong, because I'm going to prove for a fact, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I'm not your brother.
Go for it. Amaze me. What are you waiting for?
Him. And my test results.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes, that's me.
I have your blood type test results. Mr. Johnson, you are AB positive.
Thank you very much for your time.
Sure.
Oh, and just for the record, is it possible for a child who is AB positive to have two parents who are both O negative?
Not a chance. It's impossible.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and this is yours. Now, do you believe I'm not your brother?
It's not really warming up, is it? You want your coat?
I'm fine.
I don't want you to get cold.
I'm comfortable.
Get the coat, or I will.
You're hopelessly stubborn. I forgot.
That's an unfortunate oversight on your part.
What about you?
Fine.
So, since we're being so reasonable and practical here, and you won't take no for an answer?
No, I won't.
I guess the answer will have to be yes.
To what?
Becky, I want to be with you, if you'll still have me.
You mean you're going to give in and marry me?
I would be honored if...
No ifs. No ifs. There is nothing. Nothing that I would like more. I love you. I just want to be with you.
Joe, I'm really sorry.
Sorry about what?
I suddenly don't think this is such a good idea anymore. And, I think that it might be better, if we just stopped it right here.
If I stop right here, I think I'm probably gonna die, so I can't stop here, not now. I can't. Can you?